up guys, it's Will here from W.T.F Car Reviews, and today we're going to be reviewing this all-new 2022 Nissan Frontier Pro 4X.
Alright guys, before we start, I want to give a huge thank you to Jenkins Nissan here in Lakeland, Florida for making this review possible. These guys have a really kind staff and their inventory is really impressive. They have a ton of cars, so if you're in the Florida area looking for a new car, I would definitely suggest checking these guys out.
So for those of you guys who don't know, this is the third generation of US sold Nissan Frontiers. The first generation coming out around 1998. It stayed in production until 2004, and in 2004, that's when the second generation Nissan Frontier came out. This truck was getting extremely dated, so Nissan responded with this all new 2022 third generation Nissan Frontier. This is the Pro 4X trim, but starting from the powertrain, every Frontier is going to be equipped with a 3.8 liter 24 valve V6. It's going to make 310 horsepower and 281 pound-feet of torque. That's pretty good numbers, especially considering its lightweight construction. It's going to have an aluminum cylinder block, it's going to have aluminum cylinder heads, lightweight pistons, hollow camshafts, an aluminum oil pan, composite intake manifold, and a triple forged crankshaft. So altogether, this truck's going to weigh around 4,200 pounds, maybe 4,300 pounds with this 4x4 package. So pretty impressive for the segment it's in. With 310 horsepower, it's definitely going to be a very solid performing truck. But let's get right into it. So up front, you're going to notice you got really nice headlights. These are going to be LEDs. Up top, you're going to have your LED daytime running lights. Same thing on the bottom. They look really nice once the truck's turned on. Of course, we'll check it out. Down here, you're going to have your LED fog light. And over here, you're not going to have a functional air curtain, but it does add to your overall styling. Over here, I really like this front end design for the grille. The Frontier nameplate right here, it's nicely etched. I would like it if they kind of made the insides of these letters a little bit of a different color so you could see a little better, but not a big deal. As you guys see, the Pro 4X is going to have this orange illuminated Nissan badge. Also looks really nice with this really overall aggressive black grille. But really nice styling. As you come forward, you'll see that you do get quite a bit of airflow. This entire grille is going to be hollowed out with additional airflow down here. Really impressive with your orange tow hooks over here too, which you're going to add to your styling. It can help you get out of some sticky situations off-road. And speaking of sticky situations off-road, yes, we are going to have a nice skid plate right here. It'll protect your undercarriage on this truck. But that's about it. Let's take a step back. You guys can check out this front end styling one more time, and let's walk over here and check out this wheel and tire setup, which also is going to be impressive. Before we even start, you do get a nice little fender flare body kit over here, which is going to help protect from rock splashes. And speaking of rock splashes, you're also going to have a nice splash guard right here. But speaking of this wheel and tire setup, you're going to have your 17-inch rims. They're going to be 7.5 inches wide. For the tires, you're going to have Hankook Dynapro AT2 all-terrain tires. They're going to be 265/70 R17s. They look really good. They're very aggressive tire, and as you can see, although they are really aggressive, you're still going to have a pretty streetable tread pattern, so it's not going to have too much road noise when you're going at higher speeds. But overall, I really love this wheel and tire setup. The rims look fantastic. You're going to have beadlock styled rims. Overall, really nice. But continuing along over here, yes, you're going to have a set of running boards. They're going to be individual steps for your two passengers, and over here you are going to have smart access for your driver and the front passenger. But as far as the window sticker, let's check it out. So yes, you're going to have your 2022 Nissan Frontier Pro 4X Crew Cab 4x4 automatic V6. Pretty long name, but as far as the mechanical and performance information, you guys can take a pause right here. Yes, we're going to have the new 9-speed automatic transmission with a shift-in-the-fly 4-wheel drive system. You can shift between 2- and 4-wheel drive at speeds up to 60 miles per hour, so it really is shift on the fly. You're going to have a 2-speed transfer case with 4 high, 4 low, 4-wheel disc brakes, 4-wheel active limited slip, 17-inch Pro wheels, like we said, and Bilstein off-road shocks. So very capable suspension. For the Pro 4X trim, you are going to get your electronic locking rear differential, rear suspension stabilizer. As far as safety and security, you guys can take a nice pause. I'm not going to go through all that. But as far as comfort and convenience, yes, we're going to get Nissan Connect with a 9-inch color touchscreen display, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Bluetooth hands-free, voice recognition, Siri, all of that. You're also going to have your 7-inch advanced drive assist display, also really nice touch. And for this Pro 4X trim, we are going to be getting a Wi-Fi hotspot. But as far as comfort and convenience over here, we're also going to get a standard 6-speaker audio system. However, as you'll see in the options, this sound system has been upgraded. But as far as standard equipment, you guys can take a pause. But as far as exterior options, yes, we're going to have LED headlights and LED fog lights all around, even for the tail lamps. Lava red tow hooks, so not orange. I call them orange, but they're lava red. Body color door handles, body color mirrors. And speaking of the mirrors, yes, we are going to get blind spot monitoring as well. But As far as the options, so this vehicle is going to have a few options. The base price on the Pro 4X is going to be around $37,000 But as far as the options, I feel like there's great value in every single one of these packages. Check it out. So for the Pro Convenience package, yes, it's going to be around $2,000 but you're going to be getting a spray-in bed liner. You're going to have the utility track system with 4 tie downs, so it makes the bed extremely usable. Yes, we're going to get a 120 volt outlet in the rear bed. We'll check that out in 1 minute. So we're going to have heated outside mirrors, heated steering wheel, heated front seats, LED under rail lighting, remote start, trailer hitch and wiring harness, intelligent around view monitor with 360 sensing. Also, you're going to get wireless charging too, all for around a $2,000 package. That's a must have. I would definitely recommend anybody that gets this car to also get the Pro Convenience package. As far as the Pro Premium package, also for about $2,800 you're going to get really good value for this package. You're going to get your Fender Premium audio with 10 speakers. It sounds great. Auto dimming rear view mirror with home link universal transceiver, auto tilt and slide sunroof with manual shade, and your 17-inch beadlock style alloy wheels, all for around $2,800. I wouldn't say it's a must have, but for the package that you get, it is a very good value. For about $1,000 you get your tech package, and this gives you all the advanced safety features. So if this is your first truck, that you're not used to bigger vehicles, I would also recommend getting this package too. After destination, which is running around $1,200, you're gonna be sitting around $46,000. Not that cheap, but this vehicle is absolutely fully loaded. It's a really capable off-roader. You're gonna have a great power plant. You're gonna have over 300 horsepower with this new 9-speed transmission, making it pretty quick. You'll do 0 to 60 around 7 seconds. As you see, we also get tinted rear windows, really nice exterior overall. As we see right here, you get your Pro 4X nameplate, same wheel setup right here. Definitely a really capable off-road setup, especially with these Bilstein shocks. But continuing back here, you're gonna notice your LED tail lamps, of course, another Pro 4X badge with your lava red Nissan badge right here. Beneath that, you're gonna have your Frontier nameplate. Again, it would be nice if they gave you a little bit of a color differentiation inside the lettering so you can kind of see it pop a little bit more, but again, not a big deal. Above the Nissan badge, you can see your rear view mirror. And as far as the bed, let's check it out. So it is gonna be a soft, damped closing bed, and here you have it. So of course you can have your tie down setup right here, your 120 volt outlet right there. So there you have it. Yes, you are gonna get your bed liner, no tonneau cover, but that of course could be added on aftermarket. But let's shut this thing up, take a step back. Right here, you're gonna have your electronics for your trailer hitch with your trailer hitch setup right there. This vehicle also is gonna have parking sensors in the rear. We're gonna have 360 sensing with a 360 overhead camera. But let's take a step back. You guys can check out the rear styling, and let's start this 2022 Frontier Pro 4X up and hear how the 3.8 liter V6 sounds. All right, guys, so that was, of course, the sound of the 3.8 liter V6. If you guys couldn't check out the suspension before, I don't know if I can get an angle for you guys to really check out those Bilstein shocks, but there you have them. You can see that orange and blue contrast right here. You're also gonna have a set of leaf springs over here. But anyway, we'll take another step back over here, check it out on the other side, where you're gonna have your gas tank, and it's not gonna be a push to open. We'll check it out right here. You just open it up like this. It's not gonna be easy fill either. Just an old school gas tank. But let's check out this 3.8 liter V6, and overall, you guys can already see those daytime running strips. They look real nice. But let's check out this motor as soon as we can find this latch. But nice that we get struts. Definitely thumbs up for Nissan for that. Wasn't really expecting struts, to be honest, but here you have it. Here's your 3.8 liter V6. I love how the battery's on the left side, all the way to the left side, so it's gonna help your weight balance. Engine's mounted basically right in the center, so probably pretty balanced vehicle overall. We'll check that out once we take it out for a drive. But all in all, here you have it. It's gonna make 310 horsepower, 282 pound-feet of torque, enough to get this truck to 60 in around 7 seconds. Pretty good acceleration, pretty competitive with the segment. But that's about it. We already talked about the aluminum internals. Yes, this engine's gonna be very lightweight, keeping this truck around 4,300 pounds, even with this 4x4 system. But we'll take a step back. You guys can really check out those daytime running lights. They look really nice. This truck in general just looks really, really premium. But that's about it for the exterior on this 2022 Frontier Pro 4X. Let's check out the interior. All right, guys, so stepping inside the 2022 Frontier Pro 4X. And yes, we are gonna get smart access for the driver and a front passenger. But as far as the door panel for the part where your arm is gonna often rest, we're gonna get some hard touch material. Yes, I do wish that we got some soft touch for this area, especially considering the Pathfinder that we reviewed, how high quality and luxurious that vehicle was on the interior. Not a big deal. Down here, you're gonna have some soft touch leatherette material. Feels really high quality, very durable. Same thing for this armrest. It's gonna be softly, very nice padded. I like the contrast stitching, but it just feels like it's gonna be lasting very long. I feel like after 100,000 miles, this interior is gonna still look basically the exact same, which I definitely like. Over here, more hard plastic. As far as the window controls, they do look pretty old school. You're gonna have Power One Touch for the driver, for the up and for the down and the up. As far as the window, you are gonna have dual pane front windows. I don't know if you guys can check them out. That's a great touch. You're not gonna have dual pane windows in the back, but it is nice they gave it to you for the front. Here you got your mirror controls right here, aluminum door handle, that's pretty nice. Down here, you're gonna have your Fender 10-speaker audio system. I like this piano black trim. This looks pretty high quality. And as far as this cup holder, very large. You could probably fit a big gulp in there, and you might be able to fit a sandwich or two on the side over here. But we mentioned this running board already, so it'll definitely help out shorter drivers and passengers. Right here, you got your power seats, no power lumbar, that's unfortunate, but these are your optional leather seats. They look really nice, very supportive, very nice leather. Definitely a thumbs up for these seats. They are gonna be heated. We're not gonna have cooled seats in this Pro 4X trim. That's unfortunate, but also not a big deal. I'm sure it's an option, but here, we're just gonna have heated seats, and I'm very impressed overall with the seats. But let's take a step inside this 2022 Frontier Pro 4X, and we'll turn down this air conditioning by one so you guys can hear a little bit. But the first thing you notice in this interior is going to be the steering wheel. It's going to be very thick, really nice to hold in your hands. The 10 and 2 bolstering notches are also really thick, very good 9 and 3, and I love how you got 3 spokes in the bottom. So if you're reckless, you want to drive with your arm on your lap, you can comfortably do that too. If you want to have your arms on the armrest, either armrest, you can have your hand on one of these side spokes. But I like how you're going to have your lava red Nissan badge here too. Everything's really high quality overall. Of course, you got your steering wheel controls. You can change the source. You can change the stations right here. Skip, change the volume. You got your voice commands right here. As far as cruise control settings, you are going to have radar cruise. You can turn on and off here, accelerate, decelerate, and cancel the cruise right there. As far as the horn, really aggressive horn. That's actually one of the more aggressive horns I've ever heard. So people are definitely going to be getting out of your way. As far as the turn signals, they feel really nice to click. Not quite as high quality as the new Hyundai Kia products, but still really nice to touch. As far as the dashboard, everything's going to be hard touch. Not a big deal. This truck's going to be all about durability. I guarantee 5 years from now, this interior is going to overall look the exact same. Over here, you're going to have a nice stitch material over the airbag, and it is going to be a little bit softer plastic. It's not going to be as soft as the armrests over here or this little area over here, but it's still going to be a little bit of a padded material. But anyway, as far as the gauges, these are going to be your optional red gauges. This is going to be coming on your Pro 4X trim only. You're going to have a 7,000 RPM tach. You guys can check it out. We're not going to have a rev limiter in this truck, so you can go all the way basically to redline. And this V6 engine sounds absolutely fantastic. As far as the power plant, this might be my favorite power plant in the segment. We are going to have a nice digital display in the middle. We can change and see what we got. So you got your off-road settings. You can see your grade. You can see which wheel the power is being sent to. And as far as the 4x4 system, we're not going to have any four-wheel drive auto, unfortunately, but you got your 4 high, 4 low, and you can shift it between 2-wheel drive and 4 high up to 60 miles per hour. So really a shift on the fly system. But overall, really cool settings right here. We also got your auxiliary gauges. You can see your coolant temp, battery level. That's also really nice. So you'll definitely get a little heads up before your battery ends up dying. But over here, you could also see your oil temp. You got your other temps. You got your overall miles per gallon right here. We got your fuel economy right here as well. See your audio settings. You got your compass right here. Traffic sign recognition. You got driving aids. You can see this at all times. And you got your tire pressure. You can only see that while you're driving the car. But here you got your overall settings. You can adjust between meter, vehicle settings. We'll see what we get for the vehicle settings. So here you can change between your rear door alert. You got your lighting settings, turn indicator, locking wipers. So pretty basic stuff. You also got your maintenance alerts. You got units, so you can change between European, so KPH or MPH. You got your language reset if you don't speak English as your first language, and your overall reset if you want to go back to the factory settings. But we'll get out of here. You got your overall speedometer right here, digital speedo. This is the screen that I'll leave it in. It's personally my favorite, but really nice gauges overall. Pretty old school, but still do the job. I do like the design. I do prefer old school gauges like this over all those new digital stuff, because those are eventually going to break and it's going to be a costly fix. So when you're trying to get a bang for your buck mid-sized truck, this is going to be a great option for you. But anyway, continuing to the cool part. So this is going to be your 9-inch infotainment display. Really high resolution. You guys can check it out. It responds really well to the touch. It actually had a little bit of a delay. That's pretty bad timing, but you guys can see now. Super responsive. Really nice touchscreen overall. But other than that, you can see your audio settings right here. So we're going to turn on music. We don't want to get hit for the copyright, but you can press menu right here. You can go home right here. So if you save a location, you can just press that button at any time and you can just go home. If you don't like the system that Nissan gives you, of course, this vehicle also has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. But this is a really nice system. This is one of the more impressive systems I've seen. You can see the temperature. You can see where we're at right now. Really, really impressive. Definitely a thumbs up for Nissan. This is one of the cooler infotainment setups that I personally ever seen. You got your connections right here. You can connect your phone. You got Wi-Fi, USB. Really, really cool. If you want to press the camera button too. So we do get a rear view camera. We do get a 360 camera. Really nice camera overall. Press it one more time. You can see your blind spot area over here. So if you're about to fall off a cliff when you're off-roading, it's going to be a nice little heads up. But really cool overall, guys. I'm really impressed with this truck so far. You got your hazards right here. It tells you the airbag settings, automatic climate control, heated seats for the driver and the passenger, heated steering wheel, parking sensors, USB-C, USB, huge storage over here. There's no wireless charger in this area, but back here, you do get a wireless charger. So you do get great features in this car. They definitely thought it through. You get a nice little stitch material for where your knee will often hit. And it does kind of function as an oh crap handle if someone's driving like a maniac. So they did think everything through with this truck. Over here, you got your gear selector. You go back over here, you go manually shift right here. No paddle shifters. You wouldn't really expect that with this truck. But if you want to shift gears, pull back to downshift, push forward to upshift, put it back in park right here. As far as the rear view camera, we already saw basically the 360 and the rear view. The parking sensors, you can hear them beeping. Yep, so we'll throw it back into park. I didn't mention right here, this is a really good location for a 12 volt. So if you're gonna be running a radar detector, not only is it not gonna be blocking your infotainment as a driver, it's not really gonna be hanging in the interior because it's gonna be just sitting alongside like the air vent right here. So good area for the 12 volt, definitely impressed overall. But we mentioned the wireless charger. Back here for the armrest, you're gonna still get this really durable, soft material. It's not leather, but it does feel really high quality and it is contrast stitched. As far as the center console, now this is a huge center console. You could probably fit two 2-liters in here. You could put it probably diagonally two 2-liters because it's really, really deep. Look at it, it's like halfway through my forearm. But as far as the two 2-liters, you could probably fit another 12 ounce or two on the sides. So really nice center console size. But as far as the glove box, you guys can check it out. It is damp, but it's pretty small. You're probably not going to fit any license plates in here. It's probably not long enough in this direction, but you can still probably fit, I would say, 5 or 6 12-ounce water bottles. So pretty decent space. Up here, you're going to have your auto dimming rear view mirror. Nice they gave you the auto dimming function with your 3 garage settings, but overall it looks pretty old. It's going to be straight out of like 2002. You can turn on and off your auto dimming right here. Up top, you got a sunglass holder. It's nice they gave you that. You don't really see it very often anymore in cars, but back here you can turn on and off your lights. You got your sunroof settings right here. You can open it up, and we do got a nice sunny day. We're not going to drive with the sunroof open, but it is nice that it's offered nevertheless. But we'll shut it up right here, press the button, and it's a manual shade, but we can just close the shade just like that. But that's about it for the front seat, guys. If I haven't mentioned, you do get a couple buttons back here. You can turn on your cargo lights, hill descent control. You can turn on and off your charge port over here as well. As far as the 360 sensing, you can turn off the sound for the sensors right here, traction control settings right here, and your electronic locking diff right here. If you want to pop the hood, right over here, and you got your e-brake right there. But that's about it for the interior, guys, for the front seat at least. Let's check out the back and see how much space is offered back there and the overall quality of the materials. All right, guys, stepping in the back seat on the 2022 Frontier Pro 4X. So similar to the front, for the upper part of the door panel, you're gonna get some hard touch materials. Not a big deal. Down here, you're gonna get some soft touch that wraps all around the rest of the door panel. For the armrest, really soft. It's not gonna be leather, but it is gonna be a durable, soft material with contrast stitching. Little storage right here. Power windows, it's not gonna be a one touch, but not a big deal. As far as the storage down here, you could probably fit another big gulp in here, really large cup holder, and you could probably fit 2 snacks over here on the side. Over here, you also get an additional running board for your rear passengers. It'll definitely help the shorter people get in and out of this truck much easier. But as far as the seats, they look really nice. I like the quilted material right here. Really nice, comfortable, soft leather. But we'll use this little running board step and this little handle right here and take a step inside this 2022 Frontier Pro 4X. And as you guys can see, I'm 6 feet tall sitting behind my seat settings, and I don't really have that much space back here. But for people that are around 5'10" or below, this should be pretty doable. But for me personally, I'll probably be sitting behind the passenger and have them maybe compromise a little bit of legroom. So no, this is definitely not a full-size truck. So if you're looking to have full-size adults back here on a consistent basis, that's when I recommend going with a Titan. But for this Frontier, definitely a doable back seat. Anybody under 5'10" would have absolutely no problem sitting behind their seat settings. But down here, you guys can check out, you do get a USB-C port right here, USB, and a nice 120-volt AC adapter right there where you can plug basically anything into. You're gonna have map pockets behind both the driver and the passenger. We do get quite a bit of stuff back here. We got the floor mats, and we also get an off-road kit. So check this out. We're not gonna go through it, but Nissan gives you a nice backpack. It's gonna be a camo backpack, and it's gonna be called the Off-Road Adventure Kit. So whoever ends up buying this truck, I would like to see a video of what's actually in here. So let me know. It's pretty cool they gave you that. Back here, you do get a little string for this center armrest. You guys can check it out. They do give you two little sides. You can put your arm right here and right here for both passengers. Huge cup holders over here. Not rubberized, but they should work perfectly fine. As you see in the rear windshield back here, this piece over here also slides open. It's not going to open with a button, unfortunately, but you simply slide it open with your hand. You can throw some trash in the bed if you want, or just have some additional airflow. But that's about it, guys. We'll shut this thing up. You do get a light right here. We'll actually open up this sunroof shade. You guys can see the view from back here with the sunroof open. Really nice, well-lit cabin. Definitely a thumbs up overall. We'll shut this thing back up. But that's about it for the back seat, guys. Let's take this 2022 Nissan Frontier Pro 4X out for a drive. All right, guys, now that we've just about seen everything we need to see with the inside and outside of 2022 Nissan Frontier Pro 4X, let's take it out for a drive. And the first thing that I notice is the steering. It's pretty heavy, so it's gonna be pretty heavy when you're not moving. It's gonna be pretty heavy when you are moving. Pretty surprising. Nissan is known for slightly heavier steering, but unlike the Armada that we reviewed on this channel, the steering, although it's heavy, it does have pretty direct feel. The Armada didn't really have the most confidence-inspiring steering, but this steering, it feels very direct. It doesn't have much wiggle play at all. As soon as you start moving the steering wheel, you're definitely changing directions. It does have a little bit of play in the center. It's not gonna be a sports car, especially with these all-terrain tires. I hope you guys don't expect this thing to be gripping like a sports car. But for a truck, the steering is very direct. It definitely doesn't have truck-like steering. It does feel a little bit heavy, but I'm sure it's not gonna be a complaint for most owners of this vehicle. Around the turns, so we have a pretty sharp one right here. It stays surprisingly flat. You're not gonna have like scary amount of body roll at all. So most modern trucks have definitely addressed body roll issues, and that's definitely apparent with this. But we got a nice 2-lane road over here. As soon as we get the chance, okay, right here, we can step out and lean into it about halfway. Okay, pretty good torque, and you got decent power up top too. Going to about 4,500 RPM, you get to 55 miles an hour pretty effortlessly. That was less than half throttle. So pretty impressive acceleration. It's not gonna be mind-blowing acceleration, but compared to a lot of vehicles in this segment, this 3.8 liter V6 really gets the job done. But all right, we got a red light right here, so it'll give us a great opportunity to see how this truck can accelerate off the line. So I'll catch back with you guys as soon as this light turns green. All right. Wow, okay, that was strong off the line. Woo! Oh, this guy next to us is actually racing us. We beat him with basically zero issues, but we don't have to push him much further than that. It gets to speed very quickly. Very impressive truck. Is it the fastest? No, but it's definitely going to be more than fast enough. This vehicle also has some pretty fat tires on it, so for it to still be able to accelerate pretty impressively is definitely a thumbs up to Nissan. But just cruising on the highway right now, we're going about 53 miles per hour. We're sitting at around 1,300 RPMs. So this 9-speed automatic transmission is very efficient. You got some really quick shifts, very quick ratios for the first few gears. And then once you get to like 7, 8, 9 overdrive gears, it's gonna really calm the RPMs down. It's gonna really save you some gas on the highway. But other than that, so just cruising at like 55 miles an hour right now. We don't really have much wind noise either. You don't hear a whole lot in the cabin. Very impressive. You can hear the dealer plate rattling around a little bit, but other than that, this thing doesn't really make much noise at all. Really impressive with the overall quietness of this cabin. As far as the road noise, these are all-terrain tires. All-terrain tires are known for making a lot of noise. These don't make any noise. Very quiet tires. Really luxurious overall, and thanks to these tires, thanks to these Bilstein shocks, you have a really comfortable ride. These leather seats are really soft. It's really luxurious in here overall. The armrest where you're going to be using, where you're going to be resting your arm most of the time, is going to be very soft as well. We got a guy making a left turn right here. As soon as he makes this turn, we're going to be able to see how this truck can accelerate one more time. Boom, on the gas. Little slow downshift, but boom, it's pulling really nice. All the way to about 6,500 RPM, that's where it shifts. But okay, let's hit this right turn over here a little bit faster than we should. We'll see how this vehicle's real body roll is and see how responsive the steering is overall. Like I said, there's gonna be a little bit of play but for a truck, it's really impressive. And a little bit of body roll, but you see that we hit that turn pretty hot. But right here, we'll check out this turning radius. I don't think it's going to be very impressive. I think if we go right here, it'll give us a better opportunity to actually make a full U-turn. But okay, let's check it out. So no, the turning radius is not going to be where this vehicle exceeds. We almost made it, really close to making it, but not quite. So turning radius, not going to be this vehicle's strong suit. It's still pretty good. I do wish for an off-road truck that did give you a little bit of a better turning radius, but it's nothing crazy. So the turning radius isn't going to be where this vehicle is going to exceed the most, but it's still more than capable. I do wish they gave you a little bit of a better turning radius since this is an off-road oriented truck, but it still does the job. Nevertheless, it almost made a pretty sharp U-turn. But okay, stepping out into this road, we're not going to step on the gas too hard. Just daily driving acceleration going to about 3,000 RPM and pretty good torque overall. We get to about 50 miles an hour pretty effortlessly. The truck doesn't feel like it's overstressed or anything. So the power plant with this 3.8 liter V6 and 9-speed auto transmission is fantastic, especially for a truck that's going to be starting around $29,000 for the base MSRP. Really good power plant, and with that base truck, you're also going to have skinnier tires, so I'm sure the acceleration is going to be even more impressive. But other than that, guys, really impressed with this 2022 Frontier. If you're looking for a mid-size truck, if you're looking for a mid-size off-road capable truck, I would definitely recommend at least checking this one out, because you have a great power plant, great suspension. It's a really luxurious feel on the inside. You don't really feel a lot of bumps. You don't hear much at all. All I hear is that dealer plate rattling around. The engine sounds pretty decent, the 3.8 liter V6. The shifts are quick. Really no complaints mechanically. It's a very good overall truck. This thing can tow about 6,700 pounds. Pretty impressive towing capability. It can do 0 to 60 in around 7 seconds. So really impressive platform all around. I love the way that this truck looks. I would have to say out of all the mid-sized trucks in the segment, this is my favorite based on appearance. Mechanically, this is also probably my favorite vehicle in the segment with this 310 horsepower 3.8 liter V6. I haven't driven all the vehicles in this segment, but compared to the Jeep Gladiator that we reviewed in this channel, this is a much better power plant. But that's about it, guys. Again, I'm really impressed with this truck. Huge thanks to Jenkins Nissan here in Lakeland, Florida for making this review possible. They have a ton of cars in their inventory, huge lot full of cars. So if you're looking for a new car in the Florida area, I would definitely suggest checking these guys out. I'm really grateful for the chance to be able to review this truck as early as I did. I did not expect it to hit the dealerships already. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. You guys know I have endless gratitude for each and every one of you guys. But if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Leave a like too. It helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people now. Also, leave a comment. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. Leave a suggestion. Let me know if there's any cars you'd like to see reviewed on this channel or any content in general that you would like to see. But again, other than that, thank you again so much for watching, and I hope all you guys have a great day.